The Wealthy Life is brought to you by investment dealer Raymond James. Life well planned. See what a Raymond James advisor can do for you.
Want to build wealth with someone else's money? Keith and Tanara do, and they're here with me today. These newlyweds are looking to get ahead. They want to work smarter, not harder. Now, I like that thinking. That makes a lot of sense. Welcome, you guys. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
So you're newlyweds. What does new mean?
We got married just last June.
Ooh, so you're really new. So are you still in the honeymoon phase?
I'd say so.
For sure.
And did you get away for a honeymoon?
We did. We went to Mexico for a week.
Yeah, we did some snorkeling and swam with dolphins, and we had a lot of fun.
So it's paradise.
Yeah, exactly.
So now you're ready to face this next chapter of your life. You want to build a strong future together. What's your big question for me today?
So, Sybil, we're looking at a rental property as an investment, and we're wondering if that's financially viable for us.
Now, where are you at right now in your life? Do you have a primary residence? Do you own your own home?
Yeah, we just purchased a house last year, so we've been living in it for a year.
Oh, good. So you've got your own foundation started. You're looking to expand even more. And I guess that's where it comes to working smarter, not harder.
Correct.
So you want to use somebody else's money. Okay, I like your thinking. Now, this is a vacation rental property that you're looking at, isn't it?
That's what we're hoping to do, but we're open to renting by the month if we need to also.
So we'll have a look at which is better. Have you thought about the amount of work that it takes to run a vacation rental property?
We have, but we feel like it's something we could do together in our free time.
Do you have much free time?
I have a bit more free time than her, but definitely, I guess we don't know until we get there for sure, but yeah, we're willing to work at it.
So do you have something in mind already?
Yeah, we've been looking around.
We've been looking at some condominiums downtown, just because we thought they were centrally located and good for a vacation rental.
And that's great, because with a condo, location is key. When you buy a vacation rental property, make sure that it's a high rentable area and it's lower maintenance. It's a condo. You don't have to worry about mowing the lawn. Very exciting to look at a revenue property. We've got lots of things to go through. Most importantly, we need to crunch the numbers to see if this makes sense for you. So don't go away, because when we return, you'll find out if Keith and Tanara get a green light or red. We're back with Keith and Tanara to find out if they should proceed with buying a vacation rental property. This is so exciting, you guys. How are you feeling?
Excited, but we also want to play it safe.
Yeah, exactly the same. So excited, but definitely a bit of apprehension. It's a lot of money to purchase something that could go well or could not go well.
Well, and you don't get ahead without taking some risk. But what I'm going to help you through is analyzing the numbers, because I'm such a numbers nerd. I love this part. And once you know that the financials are okay or not, which we'll go through, hopefully that'll bring some comfort to you as you move forward on this. Now, in addition to the numbers, there's some other things that you need to consider. You need to look at having contracts in place, legal agreements, special insurance, maintenance. You need to hire a cleaning lady, credit cards, down payments, damage deposits, all of those sorts of things. It can be overwhelming, but there's a plan, and you just list them all down, you get them taken care of, it's out of the way. How are you feeling about all that work?
I think it's doable for sure.
It absolutely is doable. I like your attitude.
It will be busy, but agreed. It's something I think we can do.
Good, because you need to be prepared for that before you embark on this next opportunity. So let's look at the numbers. You had a place in mind. What's the purchase price?
About $300,000.
And do you know what roughly the strata fees would be?
About 120.
Okay. Oh, that's really cheap. So that's great. Property taxes. Do you know what those would be?
Yeah, about $1,800 a year.
Okay. Insurance, I don't know if you've looked at, but typically you're only looking at contents insurance because it's part of a strata, but there is a slight premium for vacation rental property, so it's maybe about $600 a year.
Okay.
And utilities, that's something that you also have to pay. And for a condo, I'm going to estimate that at about $3,000 a year.
Okay.
So when we add up, there's also maintenance, which isn't the typical maintenance on a condo, but you've got furniture, linens, towels, and all of those things wear out, especially with high use. So I'm going to factor in about $6,000 a year in depreciation and upkeep, all those miscellaneous things. We'll work out more exact numbers when you get closer to, but this is just a starting point. So you're looking at, not including a mortgage, you're looking at close to $13,000 a year just in those throwaway costs that you won't get any return on. Ooh, this sounds like a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that's okay, we're not done yet. So how much income do you think you can get from this property?
You know what? If we rent by the day, hopefully around $150 a day per night.
And would that be all year round, or?
No,
Just
definitely.
peak season.
Yeah, peak seasons.
What about
mostly.
off season, maybe 100?
Yeah, maybe 100.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're looking at, we could even take a number somewhere in between to average it out between the two. Now, if you were to rent it just to, forget the vacation rental, as a backup plan, if you just had a permanent tenant in there, what do you think you'd be able to get?
A minimum of $1,500 a month if it's close to downtown.
Okay. So typical vacancy rates, have you looked into that at all yet? Do you know how often this would rent?
Yeah, I guess we haven't seen actual numbers of vacancy rates, but just speaking to some people that do rent,
Yes.
yeah, the opportunity is there definitely in the peak seasons, and there could be a higher vacancy obviously during the slow
off-season.
season. So we're kind of to be expected and probably to be factored in.
But then maybe you guys can use it for yourself now and again for little getaways.
Exactly.
There you go.
Or for family or something like that.
So when I get right down to the numbers then, I'm going to use a starting point if we're averaging, 100 to 150 a night, and assuming just a 50% vacancy rate. So you're going to rent it about half the time. We're looking at $22,750 a year. But we subtract off those expenses I spoke of, and we're looking at just $9,900 a year net income. That's not going to be enough to pay your mortgage. The cap rate formula that I use, I'm generally aiming for a net income equal to 5% of the purchase price. So if you're going to spend $300,000, I'm looking for a $15,000 net income.
Okay.
So we're a little bit shy.
Right.
You would need to rent it out about 60 to 62% of the time to hit that number. So it's doable, maybe,
Yep.
but you're going to want to do a little bit more research to feel confident. If we look at it from another perspective, as a backup plan, I always like backup plans, is to just rent it to a permanent tenant, then you would need to roughly have $2,300 a month for rental. So I don't think that it's going to work on the backup plan. So if you're going to go for this, go for it big time.
Yeah.
Make sure you can get your vacancy rates up, and you'll cover your cost. And if you can do that, someone else is going to pay your mortgage, and 25 years from now, you've got a nice income stream in retirement.
Awesome.
So thanks for sharing your question with me today. It's been a pleasure having you on the show. Are you feeling a little better?
I wish the numbers matched up a little better, but I'd rather know the numbers before than after.
For sure.
And this one may not be the right one for you, so you may just keep looking.
Exactly. Thank you for sharing your wisdom.
Well, thank you.